I wasn't used to all the screaming and yelling. I would do it back. That's what we do in Argentina. Well, player and coach have grown together. Sanchez, the most deadly 6-point-a-game brother you know. 8 assists, almost 4 steals, and 6 boards a game for 7th-ranked Temple. He knows it's his team. He says, if I drive the car crazy, we're going to crash. He knows how to drive it steady. Temple facing a St. Joe's team they beat down 10 straight times. But Pepe's pass stolen by Marvin O'Connor. Uncharacteristically, 3 turnovers by Sanchez. Second half, St. Joe's banging. Bill Phillips drains a 3. Temple as a team, 11 turnovers. Hawks lead 47-34 at recess. Temple fights back. Mark Karcher, 58 of 175 on threes this year. Silk on that one, he had 16 points. Temple still cutting into St. Joe's lead. Lamont Barnes, fadeaway jumper. Ties it at 49. St. Joe's up 57-55. Temple still not giving up. Lynn Greer's miss. Kevin Lyde ends up with the ball. Dunked it. No. As I said, he ends up with the ball and dunks it. We're tied at 57, under 2 minutes left. Timmy Brown, Oakland Waiter, wide receiver. No, not that one. Sinks to 3. St. Joe's up 3. 6 seconds left. Mark Karcher, long 3. No. He was only 6 of 18 from 3 land. Time runs out. Marvin O'Connor with 20 points. Temple upset big time by St. Joe's. 62-59. This was St. Joe's first win over Temple.
Immediately appeal tomorrow. Hope to get this thing lifted. Speaking of lifting, Chudney Gray is lifting up down low for St. John's. Red Storm up 8. Later in the first, Seton Hall down 3. Shaheen Holloway ties the game from way downtown. 9 straight points for Holloway. We're tied at 35. 10 seconds left in the first half. Bootsy Thornton launching for 3. Red Storm up 3 at the half. Second half, St. John's up 4, and on the break, Gray to Bootsy, who had 28 points and 11 of 19 shooting. Red Storm up 6, but only up 61-56 late in the second half when LeVar Postel puts the finishing touches for Barkley and St. John's. 6-point victory. Another tough loss for the very tall order indeed. And Indiana came out S.M. Oken off the Carson Cunningham miss. Dane Fife hits the wide-open 3 in transition. Gene Katie, apoplectic. There he is, looking like the Boilermaker.
Apple what?
Apoplectic means he's angry.
I know what it means, bro. Just make sure you can pronounce it.
All right. Lynn Washington off the miss. Gets it in. Bobby Knight getting the crowd into it. Trying to hear people. Yeah. A.J. Guyton giving the crowd something to cheer about. High off glass. Indiana up 41-24 at the half. Second half, the Boilermakers making it a game. Cunningham to Greg McQuay, pardon me. Purdue within 7. But on senior night, senior Guyton just way too much. Wide open 3. Indiana by 16. Guyton at 17. And Indiana wins it going away. The Hoosiers shut out the Boilermakers' top 2 scorers, Brian Cardinal and Jerron Cornell, in the first half, and thereby dealt a serious blow to the regular season title hopes of Purdue, which is suspension. He's back. Johnny Salmons to Hemsley, who jams it. Hemsley had 21 points. It was a game-time decision as whether he played, and he would play. Chris Seabrooks, the great steal, but front rims it. Pittsburgh rallying. Jeremy Holmes, a great bounce pass to Jared Lockhart, who had 24. Panthers up 1. But Hemsley and the Canes taking control. Hemsley running the break, finds Mario Bland, who had 20 points and 10 rebounds. Miami wins 74-66, and Hemsley returned from his 1-game suspension.
Prince starts the break and then finishes by blowing up the rim. Tayshaun had 16 points. Wildcats up early. Later in the first half, Mississippi State trying to get back in. Jamal McGlure stripped by Derek Zimmerman. Zimmerman recovers a loose ball, taking it to the house. Kentucky shot only 5 of 27 from 3 land. Didn't matter, though, because Jamal McGlure bigged up. Big up, respect, man. McGlure in the paint. Turns right for the hook. The man also had 9 rebounds. In McGlure, spin, one-handed jam. He had 16 points. Finally, turning hook. Just missed his 4th straight double-double. Later in the second half, McGlure works the high screen with Desmond Allison. Alley-oop from Saul Smith. Coach's son. Wildcats win their 4th straight against Mississippi State. They win it 73-60.
First half, Penn State's down 1. Titus Ivory going to the rack. Rejected by Ken Johnson. 5 blocks in the game. So it's an all-time Big Ten single-season record for blocks, passing Calvin Booth. Second half, Penn State not giving up, down 12. Joe Crispin the rip, going the other way and sets himself up off glass. Penn State is down 10. Younger brother, John Crispin, he's in it too. Penn State's down 7. Crispin for 3 on the run. He had 14. Late in the game, the Lions a chance to cut the lead to 3. Scooney Penn gets it to Michael Redd to finish it off. And the Buckeyes win it 79-73. The Buckeyes alone at the top of the Big Ten for now. Michigan State can tie things up with a win Thursday against Minnesota. Even if that happens, Ohio State can clinch a share of the title with the win against Minnesota on Saturday. Now Duke and Clemson coming in the game. Shane Battier second in the ACC in three-point percentage. First half got that 3 from the wing. And then the same spot, 3 more. Battier again, top of the key for 3. The other wing, it's Battier, 3 more. The corner, Battier, 3 more. And finally, Battier from the wing and 3 more, 6 and 7 in the first half from the three-point area. 20 points for him at the break. Jason Williams, Chris Carrawell, he's alone inside, that's just 2. Battier's 7 three-point hits. That sets a career high for him, and Duke beating Clemson for the 8th straight time. The Blue second half, Gators swinging it around. There's Kenyon Weeks for 3. He had 4 threes for his 12 points. Florida going long again. Teddy Dupay knocking down the 3 with the guy in his face. Florida matches the season high with 12 threes. Now pulling away. Major Parker. Donnell Harvey's inside. He's tall. Florida 87-67. So Florida tied its record for regular season wins with 23. Clinched at least a share of the top record in the SEC. Sole possession is for the taking Saturday at Kentucky. The Gamecocks suffered their worst loss of the season in this one. That's the 5th SEC team to do so against Florida. Now Arkansas and Tennessee. Nolan Richardson in his 650th career Division I game. And he wants the people to shoot the 3. Joe Johnson, 3 of his 21. Arkansas, 391 consecutive games with a 3-pointer. Chris Walker, 3 more. Blake Edens, 1 of 2 threes in the first half for him. Arkansas, also known as Arkansas, 6 of 12 from the 3-point area in the first half. Tennessee down 2 in the second. Tony Harris, after the loose ball, racing on in. It's tied at 49. Still tied here. Harris to Vincent Yarbrough. The 3 is good. Yarbrough goes for 16 points, 14 boards. Now Tennessee's up 5. Harris the rip and finishes off with the restaurant quality shot. Tennessee goes 10-2 late run, and the Vols win at 73-66. So
Marcus Fizer, 15 of 26 from the field. Fizer was off the hook with 17 points in the first half. Second half, Texas Tech keeping it close. Give him credit, give him their props. Mario Lane, 16 points for him. Tech up by 1, and then Rayford Young sizzling from there. Young 3 of 6 from three-point range. Another 3, and then Young again. Game high, 36 points for Young. But remember, Iowa State has Fizer. From Michael Nurse, 4 assists for Nurse. Fizer a career high, 35 points, and Iowa State wins. Iowa State 15-15 a year ago clinches at least a share of its first 3, and Gary Williams doesn't like it. Lets the ref know and then lets his team know to get their act together, please. Maryland would respond. Terps on the break. Stephen Blake, 1 of his 10 assists. Terrence Morris the finish. Morris with 21 points, 11 boards. Maryland up 10 at the break. Seminoles make a run in the second half. Anderson, 22 points for him. Florida State within 5, but Maryland would put the game away courtesy of Stephen Blake. A career high 17 points. Maryland up 7. More of Maryland and more of Blake. They are up 12. And then the Terps still up 12. Blake coming off the bench for his most productive game. Maryland wins it. Terps post their 9th straight ACC win, clinching 2nd place in the conference for a 2nd straight year. A home win over 9th-ranked Syracuse, just the kind of quality victory the Irish desired. If that wasn't enough pressure for Notre Dame, you go ahead and you vote the Big East Clash the Sports Center Showcase. Joining me for the adventure is ESPN College Hoop analyst Brad Daugherty, and I can tell, Brad, your kicks are laced and you're ready to go.
Ready to go, ready to get after it, Larry.
Okay, let's get at it. All set. Here we go. Senior night for Notre Dame. Last home game for Palmer, Skylar Owens, and Jimmy Old Dillon. All 3 seniors started. Palmer takes the 3, likes the view, hits it, his first 3 of the year. Nice timing. Senior production for the Irish, but also for Syracuse, Brad.
Ryan Blackwell steps up big. He really struggled in the first game, but he came up this evening and really put in some big 3-point shots. He was hot. As you see here, he's going in over Murphy. Really active around the backboard, created a lot of matchup problems for them early. Did a great job of carrying his team. He had 15 points in the first half.
Still in the first half, more Syracuse. Preston Shumpert decided to take the three and sinks it. Orangemen up by 13. The Irish had to look to their main man to stay in the game, Brad.
Troy Murphy did a great job. Gives them a lot of matchup problems, steps out, gets out on the baseline, hits the jumper, goes inside. They just couldn't get him the basketball enough. I'd like to see him get a few more shots during this game, but he did a great job. Had 8 points at the half.
20 points for Murphy. Final seconds, first half. Shumpert pulls up to three, sinks it. 11 points in the game for him. 45-31 Syracuse at the break. Second half, Syracuse up 13. Etan Thomas, the block on Murphy's shot. Blackwell taking it the other way, all by himself. Nice move, has the opening. 24 points for him. Syracuse 55-40. The game over, right? Here come the Irish, though. Mike Monserrat. Notre Dame within 6, and then it's the senior, Jimmy Dillon. 9 points, 5 assists, Irish within 3. And Yuri Machera from three-point land. Irish 12 for 21 from three-point range. But then, closing second, Syracuse up 2. Shot clock winding down. Blackwell gets the pass and will be fouled going up for the basket. Now, some of the Irish fans disagree with the call, and what do? They do the wrong thing. They throw debris onto the court. A technical is called on the fans, who were already warned twice, and that basically ruined any chance for the Irish to pull this one out. So Syracuse wins it 73-71. Now imagine if the Notre Dame crowd ends up costing the Irish an NCAA tournament berth. The Orangemen get, among other things, 16 points from Jason Hart, 15 from Etan Thomas, and can clinch the Big East regular season conference title with a win Saturday at UConn. After the game, Notre Dame coach Matt Doherty vented.
We dug a big hole in the first half. We were very tentative. And then I really challenged their manhood at halftime, and they came out and played hard. We said, the heck with the zone. We're going to come after them and be aggressive. And, you know, we got back in it, and we're right there. And that's...
Porter may have been in violation of a statute pertaining to illegal activity between sports agents and athletes. If so, he could face a $1,000 fine and 70 hours of community service. Porter has admitted accepting $2,500 from an agent to take care of some family financial problems. Wednesday, he missed the second game under his indefinite suspension. So without him, Auburn taking on LSU on senior night. Porter introduced, hoping to put that jersey on once more. Second half, it gets intense here. The LSU coach, John Brady, trying to get a last word in, grabs the ref, gets teed up for that. LSU on the run here. Lamont Roland lobbing it up, running Dupree. Makes the play as he goes out of bounds. Dupree had 16. Auburn down 6, less than a minute left. Scott Pullman for 3. Three-point game. Auburn down 4 now, 27 seconds to go. Damon Fishback, no one on him, so he hits 3 more. Auburn down by a single point. Just the 7th field goal of the half. Same score under 20 seconds left. The miss inside. Stromile Swift misses the tip. Jabari Smith makes the play and gets fouled. Without Porter, Auburn goes down by a count of 55-53.
It's nice. Late in the second half, Ed Cota trying to create one of his 11 assists. That one to Julius Peppers, 14 for Peppers. That put Carolina up 3. Under a minute left to play, Georgia Tech's big guy, Jason Collier. So dangerous. He had 25 points. That ties the game. So we go to overtime. That's where Tony Akins likes the visual. He had 11 points. Tech goes up by 1. And on the very next play, remember, North Carolina has Joseph Forte. 2 of his 19 points. Now Carolina up by 1. 11 seconds left in OT. Tech down 2. Sean Fine. No. TJ Vines gathers a loose ball. Vines is going to eventually throw the ball away. This one's tough to take for Bobby Cremins. Tech 4-11 in the ACC, but North Carolina wins it by 2.
College hoop wrap, Providence, Villanova. Chris Rogers, alley-oop. Aaron Maxey. Friars led by 1 at the half. Now Brian Lynch down low to Malik Allen. Allen's going to get his name in the paper. 23 points. Nova wins by 5. Now Wisconsin at Northwestern. Second half here. And Mike Kelly goes for the steal, parentheses, 5th steal of the game to Maurice Linton. He'll put it home. Linton finished with 10. Later in the second half, Badgers up 14 points now. And Mark Brashaw, 3 of his career high 23. Wisconsin's your winner, 62-46. Now Xavier.